A2Z Across LC with your hosts, Jeff Alsman and Cody Zipman.
Well, hello again, everyone. It's the A2Z Across LC podcast. I'm your co-host, Jeff Alsman, along with Cody Zipman, who is here. And Cody, it's our last show before Thanksgiving, so just wanted to say I was thankful for you.
You beat me to it. I was going to say I'm thankful for you.
I was going to say,
how about we're both thankful for Eric?
Yes, for Eric.
First time he's doing our show, right?
Producing our show today, Eric Harkey, who's a student here, second-year student, so he won't be here for long, unfortunately, because maybe we could keep him around.
Think about legendary limb and producer. Oh, why haven't we had Eric on here?
We need a name for Eric too, though. We'll have to work on that.
Incredible Eric.
No, there you go. That'll work. I'm sure he'll be okay.
Do you got his mic on? You want to talk a little bit?
Here, Bert, let me bring him up.
Yeah,
here he's on. He's on now.
Don't be nervous, man. You got it. Every once in a while, we fire to you.
I don't think he was aware. Oh, he does have a camera.
This is the only place I can find a camera.
Let's go.
This is totally, not prepared. He wasn't ready to jump on.
He wasn't.
I was told I wouldn't be on whatsoever today.
That's awesome. I love it.
Incredible Eric, right there.
Incredible Eric, who actually broadcast with you, right?
He is. He's the color commentator for our sports broadcasts that we do.
What's the favorite term that I said last year that you never let me live down?
Oh my, you're testing my memory, which is
ad-lipping.
Oh, ad-lipping. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing right now.
And we're doing it right now. And you also you two had to do it with Lim and O on the broadcast. When we were out at soccer.
Well, that was just being flexible.
You guys were good.
Well, I don't know.
You were good.
I haven't listened to. I usually don't go back and listen to the things.
You're still good, like everything
that I broadcast. Eric, did you go back and listen to any of that? Or?
I listened to the basketball games that we've done. I didn't listen back to the soccer games. I kind of assumed that was going to be a mess.
I like an honest guy on the podcast.
Absolutely. Well, happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there, and we know it's coming up next week. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
All of it. No, I mean, look, you know me, meat and potatoes, so I'm turkey, gravy, lots of potatoes. I'll tell you what, I think you asked me this last year.
I might have.
From scratch, banana cream pie from my mom.
Okay.
She does it.
Yes.
She does it 2 times. She does it for my birthday, which just so happens to be on Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, really?
So it saves her the work.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Are you going to give out the number?
41. Woo.
Oh.
41.
That's nothing.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Not when you're my age,
you're still young.
Okay.
Young as you feel, right? Look at us doing this podcast.
That doesn't help any. If that's what you're gauging by.
But her banana cream, that's been a staple since I've been a little kid.
That's interesting because that's where I was going to go also. My daughter Lindsay always makes a chocolate pecan pie.
Yep.
One just for me, one for Thanksgiving and one for me.
Yeah.
And
it's the small things, right?
Yeah, and it's a small pie. In fact, I need to talk to her. It needs to be a bigger pie. No, but yeah, you're right. It's the small things.
It is the small things.
Small things that we're thankful.
Speaking of small things,
we've got big things to talk about.
100%.
Today,
we have none on this show. Dr. T, Dr. Artis.
Yes.
A massive announcement.
2 massive announcements on the program today. So we probably ought to knock all this off and get right to it. Let's
go. Let's go.
Take us out.
We are
LC A2Z.
What's up? It's my kid. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Welcome back to the A to Z Across LC podcast. Jeff Alsman, Cody Zipman. We're here as always. Cody, you're excited. I can just see it. And man, you are amped up for a big announcement regarding something in the athletics program. So tell us all about it here.
I mean, I can't tell you how fired. I mean, it could be the workout that I just came off. I know the coach that we're about to introduce came off a sheet of ice. And I'm telling you right now that we've worked on this project for over a year. It's been planned. I think we went down multiple avenues on how we were going to provide this opportunity for incoming student athletes. And now I get to say on this show, Jeff, the #1 show at LC, that in 2026, 2027,
yes,
Lewis and Clark Athletics will have men and women's hockey club teams, and I am so fired up.
Oh, that's
about
exciting.
It.
That
Very
is
fired up
exciting.
about it.
And I'm excited to bring into our program our coach, our hockey coach, the LC hockey coach,
Hello.
Tyler Elbrecht. And of course, we also need to bring in our president here at Lewis and Clark Community College, Dr. Ken Trzaska, who's also excited about this big announcement as well.
Very excited.
Tyler,
very excited
welcome.
to be. Very excited. I'm very excited to be on the #2 show.
I threw that in there to see if you would jab back.
Oh, he's not going to.
I got these headphones. I hear everything.
Not going to miss an opportunity to plug his own podcast, and I don't blame him either. Tyler, I bet you're probably the most excited of all of us.
Yeah, super excited. Like Cody said, we've been working on it for a while now, and now it's time to announce it and go to work.
Do we say we really are going to be working on it now?
Really going to be
we
working on it.
We get to this point and we're just like, all right, next week, let's move.
Yeah, so excited. Super excited.
So I want to know, Dr. T, first of all, are you a big hockey fan?
I do enjoy hockey very much. I'm a Buffalo Sabres fan first, and then a St. Louis Blues fan second.
Okay, boy, you've had some rough years here lately as a Sabres fan. I guess I don't have to remind you of that, do I?
Like 17.
No, you do not. No, but I am really excited about this partnership and the opportunity to bring hockey to Lewis and Clark. I mean, this, to me, this is about continuing to diversify access for students, provide opportunities for our region. And, as Cody noted up front, kind of been hashing this out back and forth. And as we're in this sort of 5-year retool with athletics, this is just a piece of that puzzle. And so super excited with everything and how it's come together, and really excited to, see the season start and see some new faces on our campus and some new energy around this vision. So pretty excited.
It sounds like you're at the general manager's meetings. Is that what's going on there?
Exactly, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Where are you right now?
I'm actually in Phoenix. So I'm coming back from a 2-day, essentially 7-meeting trip, heading to Chicago for some president meetings, and then on the train tomorrow night back home. So, but this, this is part of the work. And I talked about this in August about kind of our responsibility as a team to work on the work, right? And make connections and build collaboration. And that's one of the reasons I was out here, related to some of the transformation happening on the IT side and how we're going to better be able to serve students. On the healthcare side, met with some of our alum, so that's all about continuing to build support for the campus as we move forward. So more and more of these sort of exciting things, whether it's an extension of athletics or an extension of an academic or a career and tech program, I mean, it's just about connecting those dots and making sure students have great opportunities for a long, long time here at the campus.
So Tyler, tell me, what can we expect as we start to see this begin to take shape? I'm sure it's in the very formative stages at this moment, but what do you expect to see over the next year before we actually roll this out as a program that's on the ice?
Hang on, and no pressure. The president's on this, and the AD's on it, so no pressure at all. And it's recorded. Let's go.
Yeah, there's no turning back now. No, I think it's going to be great getting out there and be able to recruit. I think that's a great thing. Obviously we talked over the last long time of just bringing student athletes to the school and building a culture to add on to what Cody's already doing, and the president, everybody's already trying to build here. But seeing, trying to bring in 50 new student athletes, 25 on the boys' side and 25 on the women's side, to have them on campus and get them here, and then obviously on the ice build a winning team with good culture. Not going to promise any championships year one, but we're going to compete and make sure we're ready to go.
What other schools around have club teams? Who will some of your opponents be when you actually hit the ice and start playing?
Throw out the big names. This is the chance.
Yeah. So we'll be playing SIUE. We'll be playing Maryville. We'll be playing McKendree. We'll be playing Illinois State. So everybody that's pretty, within a relatively close area to us, which is great. And then we'll be able to travel outside too. There's Oklahoma State. Everybody has teams on a play. So, but those are the close ones within the area that we can play.
So I want to swing back to Dr. T for just a moment. Have you already marked the calendar for the first home game so you can go out and drop the ceremonial first puck?
Well, I have not yet, but we need to get that done, Cody and Tyler. This is going to be exciting, and I won't expect a championship season 1. Let's get close, but we're definitely going to get it season 2, right?
That's the goal.
So we have the KD Cup, which kind of mirrors the Stanley Cup a little bit. What does the Club Hockey Cup look like when you eventually bring that back to the trophy case?
Honestly, it's a good question. I'd probably need to figure that
I've
out.
never
looked at the ACHA Cup, but we'll just have to say when we get it one year that we'll get a nice close look at it.
Everybody will know. Let's say that
Everybody
as we
will
march
know.
it through the community and everywhere else. Which I want to piggyback on one thing. So Dr. T has this vision, right? And everything is constantly, what are opportunities for young people to come here and how do we attack that, whether it's our academic programs, our sports programs, our club programs. That basically since day one as a president, that's the first thing I noticed about him. Since day one with Tyler, the first thing I noticed about him was, let me tell you why Lewis and Clark should have this. And he lays out the map of the ACHA and all these schools from 4 years across the entire country have club teams in that sport. And basically we looked at it and we look at, hey, after 2 years or so, there's this certain financial burden that's on them and they don't end up with a degree. And the first way that we start that won me over was, hey, these kids are looking for 2 years, find a cert, find a degree, be out, and then look at their next journey and make a decision. And the best way to do that is at a community college like us that's providing nothing but opportunity. And he won me over in that first meeting. And then after that, we broke it down into what our district has in the high schools. And all of a sudden the numbers are there. And I'm thinking to myself, right, I'm looking at this, why don't we do this? And then that's what we brought to Dr. T. And I'm like, this is visions together. We got to try to make this happen.
Well, and we have about a 30-year history, maybe a little more than that now, of high school hockey here in the area, and some teams, really good teams, some really talented players as well. So there's probably a pretty deep talent pool to be able to pull from right here in the immediate area, I would think.
Yeah, I think once this is in the public, which obviously we're there and we're getting there, that you're going to have a lot of people jump on the opportunity, and even from around the country. I think it'll pull kids in from everywhere, and which will be great for the school, obviously. But yeah, there's going to be a great opportunity for those, like Cody just said, for maybe they don't know exactly what they want to do. They want to spend 2 years getting a good education at a fair price and playing hockey for 2 more years, and then figuring out what they want to do for the next, whether it's life or going to a 4-year school to finish something further.
So, Dr. T, have you ever actually played hockey?
So funny story. Like when my brother and I were young, I think we wanted to be professional hockey players. I think we wanted to be race car drivers. But yeah, I've played a little hockey, but I won't be playing any hockey anytime soon.
No, me either. I used to skate around a little bit, and I did get some of the pads. Not the goalie pads, but like the regular pads.
Mm-hmm.
But I pretty much just did that because it made it easier when you fell.
Yes,
to have the pads on. So but those days are long behind me now.
Long gone. But I'm gonna be at as many of these games as I can and support Tyler and the vision, completely. So it's exciting because this, Cody hit it on the head. I mean, there's a vision to really shift the mindset of LC in that we are all about access, agility, flexibility, and relevance. And this is an opportunity, like you said, Jeff. We've got this depth of history, these opportunities to provide an opportunity for young people to come to LC, get those 2 years that they want out of the way, and then move forward. And I look at this as also a way, of attracting students to LC, that may have gone to Maryville or one of these other schools because they have club hockey. And I mean, it reminds me of a young man I met in her restaurant. We were doing some interviews. There was a group of team members there. And he went to, I think, SIUE instead of LC because they had club volleyball for men. And, so to me, it's you have individuals that look at us but say, well, I want more than just A and B for my experience. I want C, and C may be club hockey or might be another club sport that I know. I'm not going to, say anything, but, Cody is also churning too in his mind of what are other opportunities that are relevant to our area that are going to attract students to our campus and to our experience. Because for me, we have to create the environment on our campus where students feel that they have an amazing opportunity to transform their lives. And I think, even having club hockey is an important part of that sort of formula. So I'm fired up. I mean, I'm always fired up when I'm talking to you guys and just the vision and the energy. So good stuff.
You know what I think? I think, Cody, maybe I shouldn't throw this out there, but maybe we should have a design the uniform contest and open that up to faculty and staff and students. And what do you think? You like that?
I'm not going to lie, but I'll put it in my notes because there's a PR marketing meeting at 1:30 today.
There you go.
And
there's
the talk of that. So
there you go.
Then we can have whoever the designer is, the winning designer, on the podcast, and maybe they can be at the first game too. And Dr. T, you probably need to get those skates out and lace them up a couple times so you can be ready for that first puck drop.
All right, it's a deal. Only Jeff, if you're right there with me, man.
If you're hanging onto my arm as we glide out there, maybe I'll agree to that.
That will be exactly. Tyler's first social media post as part of LC.
Yeah, there you go. Like us, kind of hitting the ice, face first, right?
Yep.
Tyler, just before we let you go, and Dr. T, I know you're getting ready to hop on some type of vehicle and head across the country or something like that, so we won't keep you much longer either. But talk a little bit about the women's side of the sport, because that's really picking up in popularity, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's an amazing thing that we get to do men's and women's at the exact same time. And I actually tell Cody all the time, I think the women's team might be easier to recruit than the men's team because there's just not a ton of opportunity past high school for women. And being able to offer this it's actually something really good for the area. They'll play same type of schedule that the men's do and same type of competition and same division and everything. So I think it's going to be a really good thing for the surrounding metro areas, areas close to LC, but also, again, attract women from all over. They're looking for, something to move on with nursing or dental or whatever it may be. And it's just a great opportunity for them to get going in that direction.
Well, it sounds like, it's very exciting. I love hockey and always liked watching it, dabbled in playing it at a very low level. I will say that. And I was satisfied with that. And to be able to have the club sport here and to be able to see some of that action and just the excitement that I think that a new program can bring to the athletic department as well as the school overall is just really awesome. So, Cody, congratulations to you as the athletic director. Tyler, to you as the coach, and Dr. T, to you as the president. And before you go and pick up some more frequent flyer miles or whatever it is, anything you want to add, anything else going on that may not be club hockey related that you'd want to put on the table, or are you keeping all that back for another announcement?
There's always a lot going on. We're seeing some great progress with our PACE program, which is, formerly known as competency-based ed, and just some great energy. I was out here, part of being out here, I had the opportunity to attend Jen Fuller, one of our professors at the college, who was really an early champion of CBE. She presented on some of the great work she's continuing to do around that model. And so for me, that is always going to be at the core, because whether it's a PACE model or enhancing our BlendFlex model or just, focusing on how can we make the experience for students better, more seamless. How do we start to reimagine our enrollment strategy? There's a lot of great work going on behind the scenes there. And Ron Wall on our IT side and I have been talking about our partnership now with Canyon GBS. And when I was out here, I met with the founders of that organization, who are more than just I mean, they're not even a vendor; they're a partner. They're like part of the family. So it's pretty cool to see some of the things happening and the movement that's happening, and the continuation of the connecting of the dots, whether that is a resource, a person to a person, a system to a system. So, and it all comes back to, creating the best environment for our students to thrive. And so I'm fired up. I'm fired up about what's happening on the athletic side, on the academic side, on the career tech side, on the workforce side, on the team side, and just always want to thank everybody for putting their heads down and grinding every day to make LC the best it can be. So that's my final sort of shout out to the team, and just excited about all we're doing. And thank you, Tyler, and just wishing you all the best as our coach on the hockey side, and Cody, keep doing your thing. And Jeff, man, just keep doing your thing as well, my friend. You're all doing phenomenal stuff.
Well, thank you. And while you're out there traveling around, begin to work on some of that great northern lingo, eh?
Hey, you got it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, Dr. T, for taking some time out of your traveling today to be with us. And Tyler, great success. Keep us posted as we get moving along. We'll have to have you back and find out how you're progressing, and just kind of see where this goes. It sounds like it's off to a great start, and this is just the very beginning.
Very beginning.
Excited. Great to see all of you.
Thanks, guys.
All of you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks.
And when we come back, we're going to be talking about another project here on campus. There's lots of renovation work going on, and we'll tell you all about that when we come back here on the A2Z Across LC podcast.
We are
LC A2Z.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Good, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells, an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark Paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Welcome back to the A to Z Across LC podcast, and we are joined now by Dr. Lori Artis, who is the Vice President of Strategic Engagement here on the campus, and she's here, Cody, to tell us all about the renovation project that has been long awaited, and it's finally here and is creating a big buzz around the campus. It's going to be awesome.
I mean, Jeff, you got a great show. There's a lot of excitement.
You should have told me. You should have said, "Hey, Cody,
full
of excitement.
Cody, don't work out before this because we got to be on air. You know, I get loud. You're working the board over there.
I'm trying to keep it under control.
And I know Mike's rolling his eyes. Eric's like, God, this guy's loud. And you're telling me all this new stuff that's going on that we're blasting out. And a VP's on here too.
It's
Lori's
so hard
on
to
here.
Get Cody excited about things.
It's really hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Well, welcome to the podcast. First time I think we've had you on.
Why
is
it's
that?
my first time. Long-time listener, first-time guests.
Would you say we're the number one podcast or number 2? I just want to know, I want to
be careful.
Number
be
1
careful.
or 2.
I have an evaluation coming up, so I'm going to plead the 5th.
There you go. So tell us about what's going on, because there is a buzz all around campus.
There's a buzz, and hopefully it's positive. I mean, our theme right now is Pardon Our Progress, because if you're a student on campus and you're trying to navigate through the main complex, it's challenging right now. We've got 3 buildings shut down. So taking you back to 2017, we had this plan to just completely renovate the main complex, which for people driving by campus, it's the main complex, that historic complex of buildings from Godfrey Road that you can see through the gate there. And it started in 2017 with estimates. We've been submitting it to the state. Finally, in 19, the state announced through a capital development grant that it was going to be awarded. Then, of course, COVID happened, and things have been really slow in the project. So it's a $50 million project. And, it started as all 5 buildings, but given hyperinflation and COVID impacts, we're now really focused on Phobes Hall, Caldwell Hall, and Baldwin Hall. So those are the 3 buildings that are shut down. And when Jeff says that things have started, they've started. The college is actually doing its own roofing project. We've got to re-roof all these buildings. We're taking that outside the project, and then the state will come in. The next phase that's actually going out to bid here in the next few weeks is the abatement and demolition of those 3 buildings. And then we're we're supposed to go out to bid in February for the main contractor that's going to do all this renovation with, I'm sure, a lot of subs, and that's going to be about an 18-month construction timeline. So we're hoping end of 2027. Our goal is to have students back in that complex in 2028 for the spring semester that starts in January.
And this is a challenging project because I know it's been the desire of the folks working on it internally and the board to, and part of it just because we're required to, I would assume, but maintain some of the natural history,
absolutely,
the structure. So when you say demolish, that's not really the buildings going down.
Right, no, I'm glad you brought that up. We don't want anyone thinking we're tearing down these buildings. These buildings are historic. They are part of the historic register. We had to, the contractor, the architect who was assigned this project by the state had to go through we call it SHPO, the State Historic Preservation Organization. They had to approve this project. They have a special architect on their team outside of their own firm who is a historic preservation architect. And our goal is there's a lot of really cool features in these buildings. Of course, we're not touching them externally except for the new addition that, I don't know if you've shown it yet, but the new addition we have to add in order to meet code in terms of adding an extra staircase and adding additional restroom facilities. But that is going to kind of just tie seamlessly into the outside of Phobes, Phobes is going to be the coolest. And I think we've got most of the photos we have are of Phobes because that is going to be really this new student center. It's going to make the enrollment process, the visiting process for students just so much easier. Right now, they're going, from Baldwin to enroll to see their advisor, and then they're walking up the half steps to find financial aid. I mean, these buildings have been pieced together over the years, so you guys know you've walked through them.
100%.
I mean, it's hard to navigate. You don't even know you're leaving a building and entering a new building. So we're really, throughout this process, the architects held all these focus groups with the building occupants, students, our board members, some of the Monticello alumni. I mean, these were classrooms and dorms for our Monticello alumni. So trying to get as much feedback as possible. Major theme that developed was we've got to make this student focused. It's got to be focused on improving the student experience, making sure they can find things, making sure they can find services like mental health counseling, student activities. Everything is going to be centrally located. And then, of course, getting those classrooms back, that's going to be really important as we continue to grow enrollment, right, Cody?
Yeah, game changer.
So you talked about we have several of the renderings.
Yeah.
So if we pop those up one at a time, you can kind of give us, and you'll be able to see them on your screen.
Yeah.
Pop those up, and you can kind of give us an idea of what this is, where it is now, and what this will be what it looks like.
Yeah. So if you're looking, this photo now is showing the new addition to Phobes. And if you're familiar with that building now, it's through the circle. To the left there is the current enrollment center. So what we're doing with Phobes is, as I said, we have to add this addition on in order to get the staircase and the number of bathrooms in. But if you'll go to the next photo, you'll see it's really creating this inviting environment. As students walk in, it's going to be completely open here. You'll notice the stonework. All of the exterior features of Phobes now are going to stay. That we're incorporating them into the design elements of this, kind of playing off that palette with the color choices. And then, Cody, you'll love this. We're going to punch it with that LC blue, that Pantone 286 and Sunglow yellow.
Lori,
and add our branding.
Telling you, like, you've done an amazing job.
I didn't draw this.
I know, but you've been guiding the whole first thing that you said 2017. You've been guiding the whole everything through.
When this thing is finished, I think we can all retire.
Look at that, Jeff.
I know, isn't that awesome?
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's really you'll notice, and you can kind of go through these photos, but you'll notice one of the elements in this is creating all these gathering spaces for students. That's something we heard a lot about from students when we went through this process. Was there's just no collaborative spaces. There's no places for students to meet. I mean, you guys know that keeping students engaged, keeping them on campus helps improve retention and success, gets them to graduation. So when you walk in that first floor, you're going to hit the enrollment center. You can see advising. Second floor is going to be financial aid, bursar, where you'll make payments. Third floor is you'll do all of your testing in the assessment center. access and accommodations is there. You'll be able to access tutoring services.
Now, what is that right there? That looks different.
Yeah, so this is just kind of giving you an idea of what the typical classroom is going to look like. You guys know, you've been in those buildings. We're going to have to drop the ceiling. One thing you have to think about in this building is, built in the 1800s, there's not room for ductwork in this building. So in order to improve the MEP, the HVAC features, and help improve the climate in there, we're going to have to drop the ceiling a little bit. So eliminating those projectors, which are expensive to upkeep, just going to some more modern technology. There'll always be a punch of that Pantone 286 LC blue, and each of the classroom will have some whiteboards, but the furniture itself will be movable. It can be configurable, so you can do small group projects just depending on what the subject is. But
you need a before and after to really get the idea of.
I'd be embarrassed to show you the before at this point. I mean,
But I mean, it's like
in the hallways when you come in.
It's like 100-year difference.
Yeah, I mean, and if you walk, I mean, I'm so glad those buildings are closed now because people were walking through them, and we've done some light demolition in them. I mean, if you walk through now, it's like walking through the apocalypse, and it's not that we intended for the buildings to get there, but remember, we've been working on this since 2017. Yes. So as things come up, it does get hard to decide whether or not we need to invest something right now, or can it wait until to be addressed in this project. So we're pretty excited. Hopefully, I've been going around, trying to present this, build some excitement. I would love to get in front of some of our students and our student groups and kind of share with them why they're having to walk around all the way the outside of that building, because it's going to be really cool. And unfortunately, I don't think any of our current students, unless they take a longer plan, but we want them all to come back and see it, because we want to create something that they're really proud of. So
I'm sure there will be lots of folks at the ribbon cutting when that takes place.
We haven't had a ribbon cutting on this campus in a long time. We're overdue. So
yeah.
But don't you like how her and her team, like they look at that concept, and we talk to Dr. T many times. But they talk about flexibility. The classrooms are going to be flexible. They talk about those open spaces and everything. I mean, everything is like vision on paper to real here, which I love. I love everything that you did with this.
I mean, Baldwin and Caldwell are our major classroom buildings.
Yeah.
So when you guys know, we're bursting at the seams in every one of our current facilities. And we thank our team members for their patience. They're crammed into tighter spaces. And, COVID taught us a lot about some hybrid work and of course classes. We've had to move more online, but it's going to be well worth it, and we're going to have so much space, much room for activities when we're done. So.
It's going to, when everything spreads back out, it's going to feel entirely different on campus. When some folks go back home, so to speak, and the classrooms are available, and it's just going to open everything up so much. And it kind of fits right along with each one of those individual pictures. You could see just the open space, and you mentioned the opportunity for gathering, or for just sitting around in some of the inviting furniture and things like that. So you can tell there's been a lot of thought in this process, but you've had some time to think.
Well, I got to give credit to Hastings and Shavetta. They're Grace Design Studios, because throughout this process they have since changed their name. That's how long we've been here. But they really took the time in terms of programmatic, just planning, meeting, having these focus groups, hearing from the users of the building what they want to see, making sure that we're being very careful not to, change the historic features of that building. They're preserving as much of the archways as they can, as much of that that molding that goes down, the second floor of Caldwell there. A lot of those features are going to remain, but the palette, the interior design team is really working to make sure that we're highlighting those and keeping those intact. So
folks shouldn't be alarmed in the next 18 to 24 months if they see large equipment on campus.
There's some
from
out
the
there
road,
right now. I mean, we've got cranes lifting stuff onto the roofs as we start that project. So it's exciting to finally see a little bit of progress happen here since,
So we'll be in, what would be that total project for you if we're in 11 years?
10, 11, 10 and a half by the time,
My question is, we talked about enrollment, me and you all the time. So literally enrollment goes to 10,000, whatever else. Do you got another 11 in for an expansion?
Well, remember, we still have to touch Wade and
That's
Reed
true.
at
Okay,
some
that's
point.
true. So we got a built-in
we
buffer.
still have work to do, and then we've got a lot of people in Haskell right now. We'd really love to see some improvements in that building as well next. So, and then before you know it, we'll be rebuilding science. That'll be the next. There's always something to do, but we're not in the business right now of building new buildings.
Yeah.
I would love to have to be faced with that, but we're trying to maintain what we have. So
I like it.
Well, it's neat that we're able to modernize without affecting the foundational history of the college that goes back so far, and even in its exterior design. So folks don't have to worry about the fact that it's going to look 100% different. You're not going to recognize it because you will. It's just going to look different on the inside. It's going to be much more modern, but still have that traditional face of Lewis and Clark that's always been there.
Yeah. And our students deserve that. So do our team members. Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time coming.
Well, and I think the community likes that too. It just there are people who come out here and take pictures because of the stonework and the fountains and the bridge and the scenic views and things. So to be able to maintain all that and still be able to modernize it would be a challenge. And it sounds like that they've kind of knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, and you guys know new students going into that former enrollment center, that's the first impression, right?
Yeah.
We want that first impression to be wow. And I think this is definitely going to help us achieve that.
Will you promise to come back as the project proceeds?
Yeah, I would
and
love to.
Show us some updated pictures and things like that along the way.
Yeah, I think David, your wonderful producer?
Producer O.
Producer O, sorry. He is working with the drone to try to do some, to show the progression.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
So he's the guy who can really get us some good footage. So
that'll be great.
Yeah.
That'll be great because that'll be neat to kind of bring the community along, as your project is progressing. So cool.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So
you did it again, partner.
We're even
great
more
show.
excited now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for
I'm
having
sure
me.
we'll definitely have you back as
awesome.
6 months down the road or whatever it takes to start making some changes.
I think she's going to be at because she's working on a lot of things in community and stuff, and we had an unbelievable meeting that opened some doors for me in athletics the other day. So I bet she's going to be on that before that 6 months.
Before 6 months.
Yep.
Oh, now you've really got me intrigued.
Strategic engagement, right?
Yes.
That's the goal here. So.
Yep.
Well, we're definitely strategic and engaging. We hope. We hope. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Cody, you want to take us out for the holidays?
I almost jumped in. Well, hang on. Do you want to go? You want to take us out? You can do it. You
try.
yelled it at the Blues game the other day.
Yeah.
She yelled it, and baseball was working.
And
all
they
of them at the same time.
It was a really cool thing. I saw the Trailblazer shirts, and they just yelled, "We are!" And it was
in a packed arena. I mean, it was before puck drop. Everybody's there. Lori yells it. Baseball responds.
There you go.
Awesome.
There you go.
She's got it.
I'm gonna let you do it.
All
you
right.
do it so well.
We are
LC A to Z.